Welcome to the Stock Market Daily News Podcast. Today is Monday, February 24th, 2026, and we're here to break down everything you need to know from Friday's market session. U.S. markets closed mixed Friday amid a storm of headlines. The S&P 500 slipped 0.2%, Dow Jones dropped about 0.4%, and the Nasdaq eked out a modest gain of 0.1%. Investors digested everything from tariff shocks and cryptocurrency sell-offs to surging precious metals and major consumer names shifting the Fortune 500 landscape. Let's jump in and unpack the main stories shaping your week on Wall Street. First up, Supreme Court and Trump tariff turbulence. Friday's Supreme Court decision striking down large parts of President Trump's emergency tariffs sent ripples through global markets. While the ruling curbed executive power, Trump wasted no time, announcing a new 15% worldwide tariff under Section 122, potentially in place for up to 150 days. Uncertainty over $133 billion in past tariff collections and refund lawsuits has the business world on edge, and stocks in tariff-exposed industrials swung notably lower. Jefferies highlighted U.S. consumer companies as potential beneficiaries if refunds reach the bottom line, but the move also reignites worries over the ballooning federal deficit. Investors saw a modest uptick in Treasury yields as a result. The takeaway: tariff whiplash looks set to define first-quarter positioning, especially for exporters, supply chain managers, and consumer-facing names. Story 2. Bitcoin takes a dive. Sentiment hits extreme fear. Bitcoin briefly plunged below $65,000 over the weekend, dragging the wider crypto market to 5-week outflow streaks. US-based Bitcoin ETFs lost over $400 million last week alone, pushing year-to-date outflows above $2.7 billion. Major crypto equities like Coinbase and MicroStrategy fell another 2% in Friday pre-market trade as volatility spilled into tech. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index matched record lows near 5 out of 100, signaling panic, not euphoria. For traders, whales moving assets onto exchanges and historic levels of extreme fear point to a highly uncertain short-term outlook, with eyes on the next major support around 60,000. That said, Fundstrat's Tom Lee still sees resilience, arguing the current crypto squall is part of a complex macro adjustment, not a broader collapse. Story 3. Gold dominates risk-off trade. As stocks and crypto wobbled, investors sought safety. Gold soared past $5,100 an ounce, its highest in months, and silver raced towards $87. Precious metals miners rallied sharply Friday, reversing much of the year's lackluster performance. What's driving the move? Geopolitical worries about trade, rising inflation metrics, the possibility of further U.S.-Iranian tension, and uncertainty over rate cuts all added fuel. The strong U.S. dollar also capped equity gains, but boosted safe haven demand. For investors, gold's clear breakout signals growing risk aversion and could mean continued volatility for stocks in the coming weeks. Fourth big story: consumer shakeup on the Fortune 500. Amazon officially overtook Walmart to claim the #1 spot on the Fortune 500, ending years of big box dominance and cementing e-commerce central place in the U.S. economy. With 180 million Prime members and 40% of digital retail market share, Amazon illustrates the power of business model adaptability, something for investors to watch as the next generation of retail winners emerges. Here's your quick recap. The S&P 500 finished at 4,962, the Dow closed at 37,681, and the Nasdaq settled at 15,672. In a market defined by trade policy surprises, flights to safety, record low crypto sentiment, and an ongoing churn at the top of the corporate world, this week promises more action, especially with Trump's upcoming State of the Union and fresh inflation data on deck. Don't forget to subscribe, follow for daily updates, and check our website for more in-depth analysis. Stay sharp, and we'll see you tomorrow for your next market rundown.